Welcome back. It's estimated that 11 people die by suicide every day in Canada and another 210 make an attempt. September marks Suicide Prevention Month, a month aimed at shining a light on the power of conversation. Michaela Henschel reports.
Just opening suicide prevention dialogue is really important because there are so many people out there that do struggle.
Among those aged 15 to 34, suicide is the second leading cause of death. In a world of social media, it's all too easy to get caught up in the idea of the perfect life.
If the person sees that they're never going to be good enough, or things are never going to improve, and that's where they get stuck, then that's a potential danger.
Many communities are acknowledging the crisis throughout the month of September. Here in Lloyd, a walk took place over the weekend to honor loved ones who've died by suicide. And suicide survivor Mackenzie Murphy guest spoke at the event.
Coming and seeing the other side of that is very important, I believe, for people who struggle, and all around getting educated on mental illness, I think, is important for anyone to come and do.
I think the more people get educated and more aware of the intense emotional pain that people go through who do consider suicide, I think the more equipped they are to have the conversations with these people, to support them.
Having events and an entire month dedicated to suicide prevention not only help reduce the stigma, but also highlights the resources available.
The more suicide prevention awareness is out there, I think it opens the door for people who are struggling to then realize they're not alone.
Michaela Henschel, Newcap News.
Well, Lloydminster residents are invited to join the mayor and city council next week for coffee and discussion about their city. Coffee and Conversation with Council is an event with the hopes of providing a casual yet engaging setting for residents to discuss their thoughts and priorities for Lloydminster's future.
People, how things are going out there, so we decided to have a couple of engagement sessions to have people have the opportunity to come speak to us.
Copies of the Council's long-term plan for the city will also be available for attendees to read over, discuss, and ask questions.
Being on council is to serve the people of the city. That's the job. And if we don't know what the people of the city are thinking, that makes the job a little more difficult. So, as much input as we can possibly get is what we're looking for. That's the expectation.
You can join in on the conversation Wednesday, September 20th at Second Cup between 6:30 and 8:30 p.m., as well as Tuesday, September 26th at the Legacy Centre between 1:30 and 3 p.m. Well, the Lloydminster SPCA is ramping up to put on its 17th annual dinner theatre production. The organization is hoping to raise funds with the help of some hankerin' hillbillies. The fundraiser, which is in its 17th year, raised around $138,000 last year for the SPCA.
It is a huge part of our funding, and we really depend a lot on it. So, and it's a great way for us, for the community as well, because so many members of the community come out to the event year in, year out.
Director of the play, Gail Noble, says it's the love of animals that keeps her coming back to direct year after year.
We always make a point of saying it's for the operating budget because we want those animals to be well cared for.
Tickets for the play, which runs November 29th through December 2nd, are on sale now. And class is officially in session in the border city, with students returning last week. The excitement and bustle of the first day was certainly felt at College Park, with not only the kids starting a new school year, but the principal too. Nicole Stilger has more from day one in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
Addison, Blair.
Derek Armstrong's grade 4-5 split is getting to know each other. A common first day of school activity as everyone settles in.
Throwing a ball around and sharing names and things, but we'll continue to do things over the week to make sure that we're a united class and everyone is comfortable with each other.
It's a mixture of nervousness and excitement in this classroom, but day one is all about welcoming the kids back.
Letting them know some of the procedures, expectations, but also allowing them to find some of the strengths and figure out how they're fitting into this classroom, and every kid has a special way to fit in.
The split class is a new challenge for Armstrong, but one he's looking forward to, saying it matches the way they teach anyways.
We're hitting targets and outcomes with kids at all different levels all the time, so I don't think it'll be too big of a jump, but something that'll help me even improve my own practice over this year.
College Park students started the new school year with a new principal, whose focus on day one is also getting to know everyone.
It's all about relationships, getting to know people and connecting with them. In the end, if we do have problems, we can solve them together, or if we need to do something to make the school a better place, we can work together on doing that.
As for staff and students, they're on the same page, pumped to be back and looking forward to another year.
I get to see all my friends and learn some more things. Field trips, to be Mr. Armstrong, the best teacher's class, and see all my friends and get back on routine.
The transition has been very fast for me, but there's an amazing staff here, and the community is so supportive. Great parents and great kids, so we're excited. We're going to have a great year.
Nicole Stilger, Newcap News.
And a local agronomist with the Canola Council of Canada is stressing the importance of using resistant varieties in the fight against clubroot. The soil-borne disease was recently found in a producer's field in District 9B of Saskatchewan, which includes the Lloydminster area. But places west of our region have been battling the pathogen for several years.
We did see that in the Edmonton area. I remember in 2007 seeing a field that was completely gone, like there was no plants left. It was completely empty, just all weeds because the disease had just wiped it out.
While research is ongoing using techniques like liming the soil, the results are very preliminary. Yerke talks about the Edmonton strategy.
The resistant varieties came out in 2009. He seeded a resistant variety there as soon as he could, and he was back to getting 50 bushel yields off of it.
Yerke strongly advocates the use of resistant varieties as producers seek to limit the spread of clubroot in canola. We will have more on the clubroot situation in Thursday's Agriculture Report.